That's it. That's a good girl. Back and forth and back and forth. We're going to get you ready for the wedding in.
Oh, sure.
Hey, who knows? You may walk down the aisle.
Hey, watch it.
Little ticklish, are we?
Well, what do you think you're doing?
But don't worry, Nancy. There's nobody here but us.
So what?
Well, Nancy, we wouldn't want Mr. Carpenter to know that his bride-to-be is faking now, would we?
Just what are you talking about?
With this wheelchair routine, you got the old boy eating right out of your hand.
What makes you think that I would try to fake something like that?
Hey, don't worry, Nancy. Your secret's safe with me.
I feel great this morning.
You do?
I haven't slept this well since you started teaching. I've been so worried about you, I didn't know what I was going to do. Now, you haven't changed your mind, have you?
No. I'll talk to Mr. Kimball today. Promise.
Good. Sooner the better.
Ben, the only thing that worries me about quitting like this is it might mean the end of my teaching career. I mean, what if I never get another teaching job, at least in Kingsley?
Nonsense. You have a perfectly legitimate reason for wanting to quit. A reason that has nothing to do with your abilities as a teacher. Any prospective employer would certainly understand that decision.
I hope so.
Now, don't worry. You know God has a plan for you.
Yes, but what if his plan for me is unemployment?
Oh, would that be so terrible? No.
Ben.
You know, I've been thinking, maybe God's plan is for us to start a family.
Ben Martin, are you serious?
Uh-huh. I've prayed about it, Lori. A lot.
Ben, you always said that you wanted to wait before we even consider having kids.
Yes, I know, but maybe all this trouble you've been having at school is, well, some sort of sign from the Lord that he has something else in mind for you. Well, for us right now.
But Ben, children?
Maybe we should have at least one little martinet running around the place. Then maybe I wouldn't have to listen to you complain all day how you have nothing to do.
I don't think we should have children just because I happen to be unemployed.
You know that's not what I meant.
I'm not sure that I'm ready to be a mother.
But Lori, I thought you wanted to start a family.
I did. I mean, I do. It's just that I don't know that this is the right time. After what I've been through with those kids at Monroe, I don't know if I ever want to have children.
Tab, I think I've had enough.
Now, Nancy, no more complaints. This is for your own good.
I said, Tab, I've had enough.
Mr. Carpenter, would you please reason with her? She won't listen to me.
Nancy, Tab knows best. Now, please do what he says. I mean, we all want you to walk again.
I told you I've had enough. Will you get out of here? Charles, will you say something to him? I'd like to speak with you in private, please.
Tab, could you continue this later, please?
Whatever you say, Mr. Carpenter. Whatever you say. I'll be back a little bit later to finish up.
Get that man out of here.
But, Nancy, his therapy is doing wonders for you.
I don't care. Get him out of here.
Why?
I've had enough. Just get him out of here.
You really miss Dad, don't you?
Yes, Peter, I do. But there's no point going around feeling sorry for myself. Afraid you caught some of that last night. Well, I'm going to be better this morning, I promise.
Well, Dad, it's going to be a tough act to follow.
Peter.
You know what I mean. It's going to be hard to find somebody to take his place.
Nobody can ever replace your father.
That's the truth.
Well, that doesn't mean that I won't learn to love another man someday. Marriage, right now, I don't know. Maybe someday I'll change my mind, but not right now. It's too soon to even think about it.
Mom, you're a pretty smart lady.
Well, thank you.
I think I did okay getting you as a mother.
Well, thanks again, I think.
I got it. Mr. Prescott.
Hi, Peter.
Hi. Oh, yeah.
Terry, may I have a word with you?
Sure.
It's important.
I'm meeting Gary. We're going to go to the beach, so I better get running.
Pressing business, you better get right on it.
Yeah, I will. See you later.
Yeah, have fun.
Okay, bye-bye.
Oh, I'm sure sorry I still don't have Peter on staff, but I'm glad to see that he's enjoying himself.
Jason, is that really what you came to talk about?
Terry, I couldn't sleep all night.
You too?
I was doing a lot of thinking about you and me, and I just had to talk to you. It couldn't wait.
I really don't have much time.
Now, look, this won't take but a few minutes. I just wanted to tell you how much I really appreciate you, and if it weren't for your fine life and example, why, I'd still probably be stumbling around in my relationship with Sharon.
Jason, I really don't think we should be getting into all of this right now.
Terry,
Jason, I'm not ready. Please.
you mean more to me than any other person. I mean,
Jason, please. Listen to me. I need time. I need time and space.
But I understand that, don't you see? I know how you feel about your
Do you?
Yes, I do. What do you think I went through?
That was 4 years ago. Scott's been gone hardly... It's been hardly a year. It's too soon. Jason, leave me alone.
I can't, Terry. I care too much for you, and I know that deep down inside of you, you care for me too.
I want you to leave now, please.
But Terry,
No, please. If you really care about me, you'll do what I ask. Please.
I wouldn't do anything to hurt you. Look, can't you just let me make it up to you at lunch? I promise that
No,
I won't go
I
into
don't
any...
think we'd better. I'm sorry.
Okay. I'll call you, all right?
I don't understand it, Nancy. Tab's therapy is doing you so much good.
Charles, you're such a considerate, debonair man that sometimes I marvel at how obtuse you can be. Don't you see his little game?
What little game? I was talking about Tab's therapy. It's important for you. You need it.
If anything, I'm getting too much therapy.
Now, how can you get too much?
Charles, let me put it to you this way. Tab's interest in my legs is more than purely medical.
Oh?
Well, the way he massages my legs is not quite the way they do it in hospital.
What has he done? Has he tried anything?
Charles, I'm defenseless here. I just want him to get out.
All right. I will certainly try and find someone, but I don't want your therapy interrupted.
Okay, time to get back to work. We want to mess up our little routine, do we, Nancy?
Well, I have to go to the office.
Charles?
Now, don't worry about anything, and I'll take care of that, problem right away.
Have a nice day, Mr. Carpenter.
Thank you.
See you later.
Yes, goodbye.
Charles? Goodbye.
Bye.
Now, Nancy, I heard what you told Mr. Carpenter. It's not nice to tell stories about people. All this business about my interest in your legs. You'd like that, wouldn't you? Too bad it's not true. I don't like people telling lies about me. I don't like it one bit.
Well, that's just too bad. If you don't like it, there's the front door. You can just walk right out.
No. I'm not ready to go yet. This place kind of grows on you after a while, you know?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't get too comfortable here because that decision may be made for you.
No, that's where you're wrong. I'm going to leave this place when I'm good and ready.
Listen, buddy, you can just stuff it.
Now, Nancy, that's not a nice way for a lady to talk.
I said stuff it.
And I tell you, either you play along with me or else.
Or else what?
or else I tell Mr. Carpenter the truth.
Marianne, I was wondering if you would help me out on something.
Name it.
Well, I was thinking about redoing the townhouse.
Redoing the townhouse?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's beautiful just the way it is.
Well, maybe you better take a second look at the matter. It needs something. I don't know. Something. Maybe a woman's touch, perhaps?
Well, I wouldn't change a thing. I mean, I think it's very nearly perfect the way it is.
Okay, I'll confess. The only reason I brought it up was to lure you back there.
Russ?
Anything to get close to you, really.
Well, you don't have to make excuses. I mean, not for me.
I don't? Really?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't touch the townhouse at all.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever you say. You're the pro.
Oh, by the way, did you see the article in this morning's paper about Becky? Her tour is going great.
Yeah.
She's really a big hit. I mean, did you see it?
Marianne, that's one subject I'd rather avoid right now, okay? I don't know that woman, and I don't want to know her.
I'm sorry, Russ. I mean,
The only thing I want to
realize.
concentrate on right now is the present. I'm sorry. And the future. And as far as I'm concerned, that means you, Marianne. Okay?
Okay. Did you know that you have the most amazing eyes?
What?
They're really something.
Well, I kind of partially yours, too.
Do you know who you remind me of?
Who?
You look just like the statue of Apollo we studied in art history.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, in the face, of course. You have the same nose and the chin,
Well, that I agree with.
the same bone structure, and you even have the curly hair. I mean, it's.
Marianne,
Hey.
saw your car out front. I knew you'd be here, but I didn't think you'd be snuggling up with a little
What
play.
goes on between Marianne and me is none of your business.
That's what you say. I say since she's my sister, that makes it my business,
Why don't you
okay?
just cool it, okay?
Better tell that to your brother.
And the only thing she's gonna tell me is she's no longer gonna see you.
Look, stop it!
I'll stop it when you start telling him to lay off of you, okay?
How would you like me to mess up that pretty face of yours?
Well, why don't you try it?
I'd love it.
Look, guys, please, come on now. Forget it.
Okay. I could be getting back to work anyway. I'll be in touch.
Not if I have anything to do with it.
Gil, you're acting like a jerk.
Me? How about you? And do you know what he's like? Huh? He
Yeah.
chases every girl around here, you know, flashes those baby blues, gives them the one-liners. Come on.
Really? How funny, Gil. That sounds suspiciously like someone I know. A certain brother of mine?
Well, I guess it takes one to know one. Because what I know about Russ Weaver, I mean, he spells trouble for you, Marianne.
Mom, I've made a decision.
About what?
The Monroe Continuation School. I've decided to quit.
Lori, that's wonderful.
Mom,
No, what I mean is that I think you've made the right decision, that's all. Have you told Ben?
of course.
I bet he's happy.
He is. That makes me happy, too. It really does. But, Mom, it's been one of the hardest decisions I've ever had to make. I don't know. I just feel like a failure.
Lori, remember, there are no failures in God's eyes.
But still, my first teaching assignment, and I couldn't even finish it. That's going to look just great on my resume.
You want me to get it?
No, that's all right.
Lori, anything wrong?
My shoe. It's my shoe.
I don't understand.
I wondered where my shoes were. He must have taken it when he took my blouse, but, where's the other shoe? Mom, he could still be out there.
Lori, call Sergeant Brubaker right away.
It won't do any good. He says it's next to impossible to find people like that.
Call him and tell him what happened.
It won't do any good.
Call him, please.
All right. Sergeant Brubaker, please. Sergeant Brubaker, this is Lori Martin. I've just been scared again. The doorbell rang, and when I went to answer it, no one was there. I know it was him. He left one of the shoes that was missing from the break-in. No, I'm not absolutely sure. Thanks. Thanks a lot. He's going to send someone over to check on it. Why, Mom? Why?
Lori.
Well, hello there. Can I help you? Tab Barron, remember me?
Yes, I do.
Oh, it's really nice to see you again. Miriam, isn't it?
Charles Carpenter's daughter, yes. But I'm here to see Nancy.
Oh, yes, your future stepmother.
Perhaps.
She's in the living room.
Thank you. If you don't mind, I would like to speak to her alone.
Oh, of course, of course. Nancy, if you need anything, just holler.
Right.
I'm just here to warn you, Nancy. I refuse to let this happen.
Let what happen?
This marriage of you and Daddy.
Well, I'm afraid you have nothing to say about it. The divorce decree will go through next week, and as soon as it does, in fact, that very same day, I'll become Mrs. Charles Carpenter. He promised.
I don't care what you say. I'll never let it happen. I swear to it. I'll never let it happen.
Miriam, I thought you had changed. I heard you'd gotten religion. You know, Jesus talk and all this love. It wouldn't be very loving of you if you were to keep your father away from the person who made him truly happy.
Wait a minute. You see, that's where you have it all wrong. The thing is that the only reason that I'm going to stop him from marrying you is because I do love him so much. I'm not going to stand by and let you hurt him.
The only reason? What about all the money you stand to lose when he kicks the bucket?
Oh, I can't even believe you'd say such a thing.
Miriam, I would watch my step if I were you. I mean, you could end up the same way your mother did.
What about my mother?
Well, and nobody ever found her, did they?
No.
Could be. Maybe you'd end up in the same place as her, wherever that
Wait a
is.
minute. What are you talking about?
Just trying to protect you.
Are you trying to suggest that my father...
Suggesting anything.
Why, you low-down, despicable, lying, rotten, sneaky...
Now, would you please escort Mrs. Mason to the door, please?
How was Lori when you left?
She'll be fine. As soon as she figures out human perceptions of failure are very different from God's. You know, I understand what she's been going through, but I'm so thankful she's decided to quit teaching.
I cannot tell you how relieved I am.
I can imagine.
I'll be a lot happier, though, once she actually makes the arrangements with Mr. Kimball to get someone to take over the class.
You mean she has to teach again tonight?
It won't be that easy finding a replacement at the last minute like this.
Well, not to be honest, I think that's Mr. Kimball's problem, not Lori's. Ben, I don't want her to go back there, not with all these weird things that have been happening.
Me neither, but you're forgetting. Lori signed a contract. But I'll make sure she gets out of it. Don't worry.
Good.
Terry, tell me, how was your date with Alex last night?
Fine.
Is that all you have to say?
Yes?
Oh.
Ben, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I like Alex and Jason, both of them as friends. You know, if anything's gonna come of this, I just don't know right now. But I feel that both of them are pressuring me in a way that I'm just not able to handle right now.
It's tough being so popular, isn't it?
In my situation at my age, yes.
Hey, why not let them fight it out over you? You know, cloaks and pistols, 10 paces at dawn.
Yeah.
May the best man win.
It's exciting.
Hi, Ben.
Hi, Jason.
Terry, I was hoping I'd find you here.
Jason,
Now, don't worry. I promise not to ask you out to lunch again.
Listen, I better get back to work.
Oh, no, Ben, please, stay. Jason, you only seem to catch me when
Well,
I'm
you know,
busy
we
and-
do have business to discuss, too.
Oh?
The nurse's wing.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay. Why don't you make an appointment with my secretary and we'll go over it, okay?
Oh. Sure, if that's the way you want to do business, that's the way we'll do it. I'll see you later. See you, Ben.
I didn't know things were that way between you.
I'd rather not talk about it now, if you don't mind.
Excuse me. Terry, you know that Lester wants to see you about the nurse's schedule.
I am fully aware of that fact, Russ. It's just that I have received 3 of your memos regarding this, and I have made an appointment to discuss it with Lester later today. Now, if you have anything more you want to talk about with me, just please send a memo.
What's that all about?
Well, whatever it is, it's not your problem. I can assure you.
I'll never let you marry Daddy. Never.
Tab, get rid of her.
Don't touch me. I can see myself out.
So she stands to lose a big hunk of change when you marry her old man.
How did you know that? Have you been eavesdropping again?
No, with all this yelling going on, I couldn't help but hear it.
But that's none of your business.
Well, on the contrary, it is my business. You see, I know a good thing when I see it.
What are you talking about?
As a mere token of appreciation for everything I've done for you, I'd say $50,000 should do it.
What?
But that's just for starters. To help keep our little secret from coming to light. Huh?